Hello everybody and welcome back to IELTS Master. This is video number 26 and we are talking about the speaking skill. Well, in the last 5 videos from number 21 to 25, we were discussing both part 1, part 2 and then part 3 of the IELTS speaking test. And so far, we have been talking a lot. Now, in this video, we are going to switch to a very popular topic, and I think this topic is gonna be easy and close to you. Free time activities. Alright, what do you enjoy doing in your free time? Come on, it's very simple. In terms of content, today we will try to explain and express our preferences. And secondly, we'll try to deal with unfamiliar topics. Okay, so what are your preferences? How do you express it? What do you want to do in your free time? And how do you explain your preferences? And how do you deal with a topic that you don't really know? Unfamiliar, it's strange, I've never thought about it before. Something like that. So first, we're going to start with expressing and explaining your preferences. Number 1, how do you spend your weekends? Number 2, what else do you like to do in your free time? Okay, these are very simple questions, but you may want to make the answer more complicated. So how do you do that? I'm going to ask you now, how do you spend your weekends? Well, for me, in the weekends, I often stay home and sleep. That's it, very simple. That's not going to give you a lot of high score. So maybe you want to extend your answer a little bit. At the weekends, I normally sleep to regain my energy because I work 6 days a week. I'm very tired. On Sunday, I tend to just lie on the bed to recharge my battery. But sometimes I take my wife and we go to the park in order to have fun. And sometimes we go to coffee shops to warm up our love. That can be one way to answer how you spend your free time in the weekend. What else do you like doing in your free time? So what else do you like doing in your free time? For me, in my free time, I also enjoy playing the piano, practicing classic songs, and also practicing modern songs. I love the song All of Me by John Legend, so I enjoy playing it. Especially my wife loves it. Of course, she's my wife, so she loves it. It makes sense, right? Another thing that I love doing in my free time is reading books. Well, this new habit, I've just had it recently. After I got the iPad, which was about a few months ago, I started to read a lot. And I have found reading very interesting and very beneficial, very inspiring as well. I also love watching movies, especially action movies like the Mission Impossible and Fast and Furious. Oh, I love those kinds of movies. Very nice. So these are the ways that can help you to answer the question. You're going to make them longer, express them. Now, let's go to the phrases. How do you express and how do you explain your preferences? There will be phrases to help you to do this. To express preferences, you can use verbs. For example, you say, I love listening to music. I like listening to music. I enjoy listening to music. Very simple verbs. Or I love gardening. I enjoy gardening. Okay. You can use this structure. My favorite thing of all, my most favorite thing of all is to go to the theater. My most favorite hobby is to play the guitar. My most favorite preference is to read books at the weekends. Or I can say, best of all, I like gardening. Best of all of my hobbies, I like gardening. Something like that. Now, to explain your preferences, you're gonna say why, right? So I enjoy listening to music. What makes me love music is that. So you can say what makes me love music is that it helps me to relax and it makes my wife happy. So best of all, I like gardening. I can do it for fun or I can make money out of it. I do gardening, I plant trees, I plant beautiful flowers, I can sell those flowers even to get money. I particularly enjoy gardening because I find it relaxing, I find it inspiring. Or you can say, one thing I like about gardening is that. So one thing I like about gardening is that it's a very healthy hobby. And one other thing is that I can make money from gardening. Alright, so one thing about gardening is that, and one other thing about it is that, right? That's one thing about playing the piano that I love. So those are some of the phrases that you can use to explain your preferences. Why do you enjoy doing something? There has to be a reason, and you may want to talk about that reason in your speaking test, right? Of course, now in the IELTS, sometimes you are going to encounter unfamiliar topics. Topics that maybe you have never thought about. So for example, you may find this one unfamiliar. Are you able to play any musical instrument? Well, I don't play any musical instrument. What am I going to talk about? Or, do you have any artistic abilities? I'm a scientific guy, practical, I don't do arts. How am I going to answer this? Or what sort of food do you enjoy cooking and eating? Well, I don't really think about that. I mean, yeah. Or which computer games do you enjoy playing? I don't play games. I only work on a computer. What am I going to say? Right. Now I want you to take a look at some sample answers to these questions and see how the candidate might answer these questions properly. For the first one, let's say, are you able to play any musical instruments? Say, I wish I could. My parents made me take the lessons when I was young, but I just made a terrible noise and then they let me give it up. I don't think I have any ability in that direction. So, if you don't play any musical instrument, you still have to find something to say. You don't say that, no, I don't play musical instrument, I don't want to talk about it. It's just gonna kill you. You have to drive your answer the other way around. So like, I wish I could. I tried it in the past, but I failed, so I don't do it anymore. That could be one way. Second question, do you have any artistic abilities? Well, I don't have artistic ability, but I just can't say that, no, I don't. So I don't want to talk about it. This is a sample answer. Unfortunately not. I have very little practical ability and things like that are very difficult for me. I tried when I was at school, but without success. You always need to add some more details, alright? What sort of food do you enjoy cooking and eating? I'm afraid I have no skill in this area at all. I mean, I never cook. My wife cooks for me, my brother cooks for me, my mother cooks for me. I never cook. But I might learn in the future. It's simply too expensive to live on fast food. Alright, this is also another way for you to drive your way around. Final question, which computer games do you enjoy playing? I don't play computer game, but I can say something like, that's not something I normally do. I probably used to when I was a lot younger, but my life's very busy now, so I don't have time for computer games, basically. Okay. Now, in the video, we have been talking about free time activities, how you express your preference, how you explain your preferences, and how you drive your way around. I mean, dealing with unfamiliar topics, topics that you don't know or you have never even thought about. You still have to say something in order to get your way. Right? You don't just say, no, I don't know anything about this, I'm not going to talk about this. You get 0 for that, alright? So good luck with your test, and I believe that it's very important for you to do practice, because speaking cannot be improved without speaking itself. Do the exercises that follow to enhance your speaking and enhance the ability of you to talk about free time activities, as well as to deal with unfamiliar topics. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. I'm gonna see you in the next one, number 27. We will continue to explore speaking.